If we unfortunately lost some people that thought there is a break, but there wasn't one, we will continue with Tanya's presentation about API-driven bank. It's Raiffeisen Bank International. And I love APIs, so I'm very interested in what she's going to tell us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I'm the person who stands between you and the sea. So I promise to do it very quickly. Good. So shortly, RBI, who we are, just to give you a little bit the perspective, we are present in 14 countries. All together, we have a very nice and beautiful IT landscape. We still have some servers. Some countries moved to the cloud already. We are the huge IT company, altogether 10,000 people. We have more than 50 partners. Cross is also one of our best partner. I can see, yeah, and some financial figures. This is from the last year. Not sure that this year is going to be the same prominent due to the some facts, but yeah. Few years ago, actually before this, we now can say before Corona times and after Corona times. So before Corona times, our management decided that we have to have a vision and follow this vision in all our activities which we are doing, no matter IT or business. So basically they define the vision, they define the mission that we would love to be the most recommended financial service group in EU. So far, we are not talking about the Concord in the world. Let's stay here. And actually what we do, we would like to provide to our customers the superior experience, right? Good. This was the vision defined by the management before Corona times and sent to the all executives, IT and the business, like make it happen. 2025 is soon, make it happen. And then the guys started to think, maybe we should actually, to make it happen, to talk to our customers, to talk internally a little bit, and to talk to our shareholders and to get the feedback where we are now, because we need to know which way we have to walk, actually. And I didn't put on the picture one additional stakeholder. It was actually the national banks who, it was 3-4 years ago, pushed us a little bit in the way of opening up and transformation. And this is where the Vedran and the Miro helped a lot us with the starting to think into the API world. Yeah, honestly speaking, 4 years ago for our management, the word API was a word, but now they're a little bit more educated. So we talked to the customers, got the feedback about their customer experience. We heard a lot of complaints of our colleagues, mainly IT guys. Yeah, who complains? Only IT guys complain. Yeah, and shareholders, yeah, money, cost saving, yeah, you know all these stories. Good. And what happened? We said, okay, let's do the experiment. And we do the experiment with the retail business. The human touch is still very important for us, especially taking into account that the head office in Austria, and Austria is very conservative country. We will be in the cloud and the Austrian manager will serve still coffee and give you the piece of paper so to sign. So retail business. Let's guys to think about where we want to be in 2025. It's happening very soon. And then Corona happened and it was an additional slap to our retail business to think about where they want to be and how actually they want to be. What we did, we actually created with the guys the strategic initiatives roadmap, what is important for them. We started to think about how to put the strategic map on those beautiful 14 countries where we are present. And how to leverage, how to gain some benefits out of these 14 countries, out of the ideas which our retail guys had. And we came up to the 1.5 years ago, we came up together with the guys to such a nice concept like PaaS. It's a product as the service, and Pero knows he is one of the colleagues who supports the implementation of PaaS in Croatian bank right now. So what we thought, we are such a cool group, and maybe we should move from being the group of the bank, but rather to the banking group, right? So, because it's a big difference in this case. We looked around and we understood we have cool products actually. Yeah, look, as you have been saying 10 years ago to our guys, share and use the opportunities you have within the group. So basically we did the analysis, we understood that there are cool products, and that actually cool not from the technological perspective also, but also from the business perspective. So basically all components are the same, but the price is completely different. So why not to use these precious components across the group and have some benefits out of this? Good. So this is how the retail strategy will look like in 2025. What it means that we will have some products which we have on our network units, which might be provided on all our markets. We will have some central products provided from the head office. And yeah, sure, legacy will stay for some accounting stuff, let's say it like this, for the things which are not facing the customer. So pretty much like this. Then what happened, business understood that without ID, they cannot do it. So there is no anymore this way of, oh, this is my business requirements, make it happen and come to us when you are done. Actually, they understood that IT is now the business. And our business guys grew up to the level that they can understand what is the API, what is the event actually, and how to make the business events and schemas. Good. So digital business, and there is no more in our setup, in some still. So we are not there, guys, don't get me wrong, we are not perfect. We still need to go along the way. We are not at the final end, and we don't know when the end will happen actually. We have a lot of possibilities to improve. So yeah, we teamed up with the business, and there is no more like you are the developer, you are the business guy. Yeah. So it's joint product team. It's a joint team who thinks about the product, who thinks about the system architecture, who thinks about the actually the platforms, who thinks about how to serve the customers, whom we need to make all these things happen. And yeah, this is actually, we came up to the, it's not anymore pure enterprise architecture. There is no something like silos. So we have the target business architecture. We know what are the main building blocks on which we can build our PaaS, product as the service, and we know in which areas we would need to work still to decouple the things, to understand where and what do we need. Yeah, so this was just from the business perspective, some short introduction. So how we all together with the team started to realize all that stuff. Yeah, as I mentioned, 4 years ago, the central bank was the first one who pushed us a little bit to think about the APIs. And today in the morning, Michal Heiss was saying that now the APIs, it's a basic what you should have actually when you are thinking about your products, when you are thinking about the new systems. So we actually started our transformation in terms of okay, we have the API integration pattern, we have the events integration pattern, we have the data integration pattern. Let's start with the easy one. Let's start with the decoupling. Let's start with the getting the data from the core systems to the different layers, right? We started with the implementation of the system integration layer on the network unit side. So here it's a little bit more aggregated. Yeah, we have the network units who expose the API. We have the integration layer where we expose group API towards the consumers, API consumers. But you might ask the question, yeah, everyone can do the API. What's here, the trick, what's new, what you're doing here? As I mentioned, we are the group, the big group. And if we would like to have these bricks and to make the easy Lego plug and play architecture, actually, what we do right now, we do the standardization. And the main thing here, not just standardize the some IT stuff, but also it's very huge step for us as for the banking group to standardize the business processes. So that the lending process, for example, is very much the same in Croatia, in Bosnia, in Albania, or in Ukraine. There might be some stuff related to the regulator, but like to 80% it's possible to standardize. And with this one, we are coming up with the standard API definition to which the network units should adhere. And we actually provide to the consumer just only one point of integration. So the guys, the consumers, don't need to do the 14 times the same integration, but with just a little bit some adjustment here and there. But basically what they do, they integrate it once. The group layer is doing the magic routing to the network units, thinking about how to leverage and harmonize things. And it is right now doing good with the APIs. Actually, we started to think in the direction not of the concrete API use case, but we started to think in the domains. So basically that our API is domain driven, not the product driven. So basically the one, for example, customer API can be used by several products, or and pretty much easy provided by the network units, or by the, I would put it like this, it's not just the network units, but they are also the API providers, because it's some also head office systems which provides the API. Yeah, so, and in this case, it's kind of becoming more and more tangible and looking like this Lego bricks. So we started to decouple on the level of the API providers some modules, providing the APIs, modernizing our legacy system. We introduced the group integration layer for APIs. Now we're introducing the group integration layer for events. So the next step would be data. Let's see how far we could go. And I would say that the group integration layer has, now we put, we migrated recently. The colleagues helped to migrate from the IBM to Kong. The integration layer also has all the security features, everything. So basically, this is how we envision then our APIization. Yeah. So this is how our API evolution looked like. So we started with the modernizing the legacy, which we had by creating the system APIs on top. Then we started to implement the microservice architecture, and actually we are here on the point of the defining the standard API, which is exactly the one for the all API consumers. Yeah, I would say we follow the standard API management and governance process life cycle. So basically, I will not tell something new, right? To all of you, you are aware of all that stuff. So we have great team behind. It's called RISE, Real-Time Integration Centers of, yeah, it's a lot of work because of the still thinking is here already, but the doing is still in front of us. So it took some quite time for all our colleagues in the network units to understand why we want to have such a thing and why we want to move into this direction. But actually now when it is here, they just start to roll out domain by domain, product by product. And I hope that like till 2025, we will definitely have these small building blocks and our business would be able to plug and play and offer the products actually very quickly on the market. Yeah, as I mentioned, still long way to go with all other patterns, but I'm confident that we will make it, especially having such cool guys as you. Thank you, guys. Any questions?
So how hard was it to convince all the different stakeholders about why you're doing it?
Look, our management tried to do it in a way we said it, you have to do it. But immediately they got the reaction like, so you said it, then you do it. It took a lot of efforts to talk to the people, to explain them. And we are very different in maturity group, our very different one. We have the guys like Croatian Bank, for example. Yeah, they already knew it and they started like 5 years ago and they have been saying to us, we already implementing the data lake while you are talking about the APIs. Some of the countries like Belarus, they were like, no, never ever APIs, no, forget it. But the topic is that it was very good from business side. So we as IT would not be able to convince people, except that giving the order to do it. But in our case, business was so much involved and they have been saying to the guys, look, if you want to come up to the market with the product in 3 months, you rather do it now. And then you are able to be first on the market, to earn this super premium fees to earn money actually. And this was then coming to the heads of the local business and then they started, yeah, actually if I want to meet my KPIs for the revenue, I need to do something. So actually it was more from the bottom side. So just giving the orders didn't help. Cool, now we can go and swim. Thank you, guys.